Let's talk about mobility. So as you can see, I'm sitting in a deep squat. My deep squat is not even that great, right? This is called a deep squat, and this is a normal position, a normal resting position for human beings. But most people in the Western world cannot sit like this, myself included. The first time I tried to sit in this position, I went like this. I was like this, and I squatted down, and I just fell back because I had no core strength and no ankle mobility in my ankles and my knees, my hips. My hips were so stiff, had no internal rotation. My internal rotation is still not that great, but to squat down like this, my knee should be here, right? Like my knee should be like here, and my heel should be flat. So if you can see, this is how I should be, right? Look at my back, is upright, but my heel's off the ground. So all the pressure's coming on my knees, right? So this is not an Asian squat. A perfect deep squat, which is again the human body's natural resting position, is actually here with the heels down. But you can see now my back's rounded. See, because I'm compensating for a lack of dorsiflexion, basically meaning the ankle ability to push the knee over the toe, right? So the flexibility in the ankle to allow my knee to come further over my toe. So this is where I'm at now. Before, I was back here because I had limited, my knee could literally not go further than that. But now my knee can go further. Now I can get lower. You see what I'm saying? So it's about all the joints involved in the squat. Ankles, knees, hips. These are the three main joints that we need to work on to improve our squat. Okay, so first of all, it starts with the ankle mobility. So like things like split squats will help with that. So look, I'm squatting like this, and I can raise my heel a little bit, keep my back leg straight, and that'll work. The ankle mobility, keep training like that. And also for the knees, there's knee rotations you can do. And also for the hips, there's internal rotation, external rotation. These exercises, external rotation, and then internal rotation. Bring it round. But yeah, this is like the stuff that I like to geek out on, because even though I'm not the best at this, I'm aware that this is super important for longevity. Because if you can't sit like this, like here I'm here in Asia, and everyone can sit like this, like way better than me, right? But a few years ago, I couldn't even. I was here and I was falling down. So for me to squat, there's Maya. For me to squat like this and have a conversation with you, that's huge progress. And I try and sit in a squat every day for at least a minute. And if you can't sit in a squat, what you can do is get a railing or stand on your staircase or whatever. Just hold on to something so you can pull yourself in, and you'll actually feel the stretch even more because you're holding on to something, and it's just the gravity is doing the work. Decompressing your spine, opening your hips, and stretching the back of your calf by your Achilles to get this all opened up, okay? And yeah, the more you do the daily mobility routine that I teach people, if you just search Aaron Darko mobility routine on YouTube, you'll find it for free. I put it out there. You can do that every day, every morning. And that's something that I learned, and it's super powerful. Like I do that every day. And sometimes I forget to do certain moves, but you know, all the major joints in the body should be moved every day. Otherwise you end up with hip replacements, which are not normal. Like you shouldn't be getting a hip replacement, knee replacement, unless you've had an accident or something that requires it. But if you're just general wear and tear, like you should be maintaining your joints every day. And this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. Even though my gains are alright. Like my butt's at the floor. So basically, you know, here in Asia, like you go to some toilets. If you've been to Asia, or if you're Asian, you know what I'm talking about. Where it's just like literally like a hole in the floor, and you got to do a number two. Most Western people, like, they start complaining. Like I remember when I first went to China, I just went in this hotel, and I saw, like, literally, I opened the door, and there was just a fucking hole in the floor. Like, literally just a hole in the floor. Like, not even, like, you know, like one of those, you know, like Asian toilets. It wasn't even like that. It was just a hole in the floor. I couldn't believe it. But these people in Asia, in Africa too, like, they're squatting, like, super low where their bum is nearly touching the ground, and they're just chilling. And this is actually the perfect way to have a shit, because your rectum is actually fully open in this position, so it can just empty your bowels straight away without the need for toilet paper. Okay, and this is the perfect way to have a shit. So now I can comfortably take a shit in Asia, which I'm really proud to say that, because I feel really Asian now. All right, so that was it for this video. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.